Hello my friends! In this short video I want to demonstrate adding a gradient background to the custom view using a presenter class to keep color values. I want to modify my application to change the color of the background gradient depending on the current weather. Let's add an extension to keep everything clean. First, I want to create a layer that will be used as the primary layer of our view. The variable is returning the layer of the view casted as CA gradient layer. I use a similar approach to one I use to create custom views for my view controllers. The important part here is to override UIViews property called Layer class. It tells the view that we want to use a custom layer class instead of the default CA layer. The last part here is a method that we want to use to update the layer colors from the view controller. It will accept an array of CG colors and will update the gradient. Let's return to the view controller. We need a way to update the view's colors. I'm going to use a new method called updateBackground. I have some gradient colors copied from the design that I want to pass to the updateGradient method of the view. I'm converting the colors to CG color to use with CoGraphics. Now, when the layer is ready, I can delete the old background view that I've added previously. Let's build the app to see the background is updated. As I mentioned, I want to be able to change the background depending on the current weather. Now, when the colors are added to the view controller, we are risking to have too much code later when we add the model and some logic for color selection. To prevent this, I'm going to add the presenter class and move the responsibility for color choosing there. In the new class, I am creating a weather presenter protocol and the implementation of this protocol. The only public property we need is the background colors array. In the implementation, it will be a computed property. For now, I just want to copy the existing colors from the view controller. Returning the actual UI colors from the presenter is not a good practice because it could make the unit testing process harder. When the colors are added to the presenter, we need to add the presenter to the view controller. I'm adding a new init method. As always with view controllers, I have to add the required initializer and finally the presenter property that will be assigned from the init. Now we can replace all color-related code with a single property from the presenter. In the app delegate, let's add the presenter and pass it to the new initializer of the view controller. Before adding any logic to the presenter, I want to move colors to a UI color extension in a separate file. I'm naming the colors to match their usage. In the presenter, I'm going to add two CG color array properties, one for sunny weather and another for snowy. To match the current functionality, we can replace the content of this method with a single return. We don't have a model yet, but if we had, we could use an if statement or case to choose what colors to use for the background. Finally, we have a working presenter, but the scenario in which we use it is too simple. At this point, there is more questions than answers. What should we do to update the view if the weather changes? Who is responsible for the decisions? How to work with the model? In the future episode, I will explain the presenter and its interaction with the model and the view. If you enjoyed the video and want to learn more, please like and subscribe. Thank you.